Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Legend, where today we are maybe gonna strike out and see what's going on in the rest of the world, but if I'm honest, I'm pretty happy, just kind of chugging along on our landmass here. We still have plenty of valuable land to claim. We have a lot of things left to build. Maybe we could just stay over here and remain off of everybody's scopes until it is too late. Probably not. Probably people are going to sail over and meet us against our will at some point. So I suppose we ought to at the very least get out there and see if there's anything valuable for us to steal before that happens. So we're going to grab you and send you this way. You can... Do I want to veer you off course for that small of a number of pearls? Yeah, we probably do need the pearls. I don't even remember what we were doing. I just remember that they needed to come down here. Oh, right. They have to explore this area and find the neutral villages. There are apparently 3 neutral villages that we cannot yet see. This region must be huge. Or, you know, they could be like right there and right there. That's also possible. And then there's just one down in the corner. So we just finished shipyard tech, right? Yes, we can get this unit in the water. All right. So what do we need now? Obviously, science is pretty important to our game plan. Dust is also, and we have quite a large empire, so being able to move from one side of it to the other quickly is valuable. Influence matters some. But to be perfectly honest with you, in the case of influence, I'd much rather just wait until public works. So I think our plan is going to be for these 2 techs. I think in this order. I would love to have enough dust that I feel like we're going to be comfortable putting down pillars without having to have people devoted to specifically the production of dust, you know? Sorry, you're building your granary. You need to... Oh, you need sewers badly. Can you get that done without everybody focusing on it? Okay. Yep, so that'll push you back over toward fervent. You remain fervent. So actually, probably the next thing we do after we get the granary up is we start burrowing out, right? And then over here we have plans to expand, yeah, as quickly as we can get away with. All right, for the moment. For the moment, I think the plan is solid. And it's about to be Eclipse time. Somebody's finishing legendary deeds. Okay, somebody has 30 units at the same time. They just got a big health regen boost. Who? Who would dare? Why? Lilac would dare. I still don't know if that's what that color looks like. You know what? To avoid making a fool of myself, I'm just gonna, any further, I'm just gonna tab out and, is that the right color? It's kind of, sort of, not really. Well, I'm gonna keep calling it that for the moment. Flowery blue. So, yeah, this is not a bad place to be as the eclipse begins. I think I'm gonna have this unit fall back to here and just wait. We'll search that, and then we'll get in the water here at the end of the turn. And now that Lais has that, we are perfectly happy. Let's get a granary going. It's going to be a little while before we're ready to build stuff in Gleka. All right, show me good results. I mean, I would love to be able to hire another hero as a thing that we could do with an excess of dust, should we manage to put one together during this eclipse. Oh, we saw a neutral vessel there for just a moment. Also, it would be extremely cool if we could find a movement conflux. All right, another 60 dust. Great news. That's a circle. Yep. unfortunate. We have confluxes, just none of the really important type. So what does a hero cost at this point? It'd be like 500-ish by the time we get to it. You know, like having a combat hero would be awfully nice. Oh, it's also turn 37. Hold on a second. There's a thing we need to verify that we are going to be... Do I want to push for this 160? We're not getting a second order, no matter how much we would like to. But if we just devote a couple extra people to influence, we will be able to get the 160 and still be able to produce dust at the rate that we are used to. And I kind of think that that's important. So yeah, we'll just do this for the moment. Come on, really good stuff. It was, in fact, pretty good stuff. Not the best, but but pretty good. Oh, that is another sphere. It's the same kind of conflux as the tile that it is right next to. Okay, obviously we'll go into industry mode and work a little bit harder on that in a moment. Let's try to get these done. Actually, do I need everybody on that to get it in 3? Yeah, passive dust income is an important one. So if we saw a neutral Fomorian vessel, that means that there must be fortresses around here somewhere. This cannot be an empty ocean region. Okay, that's potentially handy. That's true, I did not get those extractors up. Ululani Rowie is going to get us some extra science. Speaking of extra science, remember our current faction quest step is to get the new city to 30 points of science. Right now it's on 28, so I guess I'm just going to do this before the pillars end. I mean, I guess I don't have to do that. Right, we could just finish a building. In fact, the sewer system is the one that really makes sense to do. Yeah, and that'll jump us up. These pillars have at least 2 turns left on them, right? Oh yeah, okay, we're fine. Pretty good news. All right, and we should have pretty solid population growth in several of our cities without having to, like, micromanage it. All right, for this next tech, we may want to grab something that isn't going to require industry to take advantage of. Another 50 dust is nice. Never stop drinking. There is a gorgeous skyfin far away from me. Not that far, but far enough that it's a problem. Hey, was that border green a moment ago? I don't think it was. All right, that boarding vessel chose not to attack us, which is pretty great news. We are in fact going to commit this, and then we are going to commit this. Yeah, unfortunately, I think our people really do have to... really are going to have to devote themselves to dust to make sure that we can continue to drop things the way we would like. So we're going to search this ruin next turn and then probably get attacked, and then we can just retreat back up onto land. So we'll have trade routes finished in some places. Do I want to push trade routes super fast here? I probably don't, right? it's probably better I get the basics going. There's also dyes to be extracted. You know, some titanium would be a cool idea. Oh, and also I should do research. Yeah, that makes sense. So we have another... If I research this right now, even though this is a thing we definitely want, and it's also a thing I'm not going to have to expend any resources to take advantage of, or any industry at least, it is going to cost us 2 extra dust on each of our armies. It's probably not ideal right now. So I would be more inclined to pick up the Arcana or the Imperial Coinage. Imperial Coinage is probably pretty good. We do want the pillar as well. We are definitely going to want to come back and get it at the very least. I don't know that I care too much about the pillar part of this, but the incantation is very significant. Let's do this first as we move up here. Oh, they didn't attack. Well, that was very cool of them. Alright, somebody found the ghost thing, and so we get increased detection for a moment. Here in Bildwan, we should probably get our extractors going. And then it seems like it's time for greater science building. We don't necessarily... I think we want to go back to focusing pretty hard on dust until we get a combat hero. I mean, I guess there's a question here about whether we want to... whether we want to be thinking about founding another city, and if we do, if that hero is maybe just a governor instead. Because there is still land to claim. I'm not doing a particularly good job of controlling my influence, but growing cities as quickly as possible is very, very good. Let's see. Hume is fine. This region's a little bit more compelling. I don't know that we actually have an idea whether we want to settle yet. Settle again, or how quickly. I can tell you right now, yes, we do want to settle again. So, do I want to bring on... I do, in fact, want to bring on a combat hero. Let's bring somebody in who's going to make our armies a little bit more impressive. You're all the speaker at level 2 with his skill point spent in the right direction. Has health boost and defense boost. Now, health boost is a little bit less valuable than the other hero army boosting capacities because you get this one from a dust trinket, so everyone is guaranteed to get it every game. Is there anybody who has like something a little more compelling? Boost plus damage boost is cool. And ranged unit lords are very powerful. So that is pretty small numbers. Yeah, not terrible though. Initiative boost 2, nothing relevant. Sirya Alastra gives health boost 2. I am, I think, inclined to take a ranged lord, and if that's the case, it's Temokrayan. So let's just go ahead and throw you on there. Okay. At the very least, we will have a combat hero who has some actual experience on him this time. So we got to find these other villages. I am, at the moment, assuming that I will not be able to reach any of the other pillars. Maybe I'm giving up on those, or the other temple ruins. Maybe I'm giving up on those too early. Yeah, that's definitely a village. So wait, is Gleka not producing... Oh, we're 2 turns off of... The boost to Fervent didn't... Oh, right. The boost to Fervent didn't get the city there because we're already at Fervent empire-wide, so the city was already getting this bonus. Yeah. Silly me. What was I thinking? Alright, this should be an easy enough win. I appreciate you coming over here like this and just yielding the experience points to me. So they're gonna go... They only have 2 movement, right? Oh no, these ones have 4. So they're gonna get to shoot me no matter how I set up. I can't really do anything about it. Okay. Would everybody rush the same one, please? Let's try to be a little bit economical here. So remember, these things do have free counter. Wow. And of course, they went after the people earliest in the initiative order with their attacks, so that all of the damage would be very focused. It's a good strategy. A Saratan village in Auriga needs to get destroyed. You know, that's not that difficult to do. I can fight some Saratans, that's for sure. Do we... Okay, so this region here must be Auriga. Well, you may as well go and have a chat with these people. Search the sunken ruins in Ahriman. That seems like potentially a big hassle. Okay, strategic boost facility. With no real ships, I'd be a little reluctant to try to hold a sea region, or try to take over a sea region. My suspicion is we would not be able to actually get all the fortresses and then keep them safe. Yeah, do some of that. We can probably refocus on food for the moment. You're still pulling dust, and that's probably fine. Okay, 2 turns, yes. We're still going to get the faction quest moving forward before the science pillar leaves, which means I will not have to put down a second one, which is good, because I was definitely planning on doing all food. At least for a little while, as the city grows, because we need to get it to the point where it can build all the burrows it needs. Wait, what am I doing? I already spoke to you. I need to be moving toward Auriga. Really, in all of our territory, there is a single strategic resource deposit. So there's adamantium everywhere else. There's palladium in Auriga. Yeah, well, there's adamantium in every place we didn't settle. That's wild. And then, did we get no luxuries? Okay, there's Titan bones in Auriga. It looks like that's it, though, as far as we can see. Not a very resource-rich area. I wonder if that's just always the case for the Ardent Mages? So my plan is to make landfall on this little mass over here, and we'll start looking around. Let's please get that done. Alright, so dust is very important for us. I think we should prioritize dust refinery immediately. Then we'll go get, like, honestly, probably in that order, we'll get public works next. Oh, right. There's no sense in getting public works until we have... Yeah, shoot. So we're going to need this. We're not desperate for bread and circuses right now. Our cities are holding on to fervency by themselves. Let's get ready to get our extractors up. So we do need to scout out this territory a little bit better because I need to know exactly where all of the deposits are. Alright, never mind. You're just going to get attacked. Hey, I found hostiles. And they still have a turn left. Well, that's on me. I should have waited longer before making landfall. Alright, so we got Virtus Temple. Build Virtus Temple in the new city and get adamantium. That's definitely compelling. probably we just prioritize that up. Some random Urkin lice have decided that they are going to make an issue of everything. Oh, the moonleaf's out. Right. We do not have a replacement for that. Well, so Empire approval is down. Gleka and Buildwan are doing the worst. Well, Gleka's very busy, unfortunately. Buildwan does not have a central market. Let us reprioritize here. And probably just go ahead and make that fast. I guess if the Alchemy Workshop's 1 turn from finished, or 2... Yeah, you know what? Give me that market. Alright, sort of can't believe that we haven't been attacked here. Let's go deal with this thing. Alright, this time they're attacking from a direction that's a little bit less advantageous to them. So remember, our hero is a Wild Walker and really benefits from shooting out of a forest tile. That said, I don't think we can afford to have you start... I know the forest tiles give extra defense and everything, but this is dangerous. So I'm actually going to have you two stay back. And we're all going to intentionally attack the same enemy. Stupid free counter. Yeah, Yotas, they hit pretty hard. They're tough dudes. The combination of the damage output and the free counter, obviously, can be a real problem sometimes. And you know what I don't have time for? Is this pillaging nonsense. I just like it really can't afford to run an army over there. We're all very busy. I should pin our faction quest, just so I remember what I am actually doing. Okay, so we're building Virtus Temple. Yeah, that'll be fine. I think I am just gonna hop back in the water. I guess over here probably. I wanted to talk to the village, but it's gonna be too hard to get things done with that Harmonite army right there. Alright, Weirasigo is learning the ways. So I think I am just going to build food pillars for the moment. Well, so we can get some better results over here. Maybe we build 1 food pillar for the new city and then we go like double science pillar on this city. Just to take advantage of the larger number of exploited tiles. And then we are probably going to have to move some people back to dust. Alright, that is a Saratan village. Oh hey, look, there's that neutral army from earlier. Timokrain gets +1 movement for the whole army. Very good news. Cross the sea and search unspoiled ruins in a region called Laris? What? They're just gonna give me a crummy staff? You lot deserve what's about to happen to you. And by that I mean, of course, what I'm about to do to you. That's very annoying. They're just gonna burn down a point of my population. And I am not really in a good position to do anything about that. Okay, we found another player. Somebody has created a guardian. The guardian quest has been added. Somebody else got control of the Skyfin. It's a vaulter. It's a vaulter who's about to settle this region. Well, I don't think we're going to do anything about it. We can try to make friends. That might be the smartest thing to do. So let's see. You guys have absolutely terrible stats. Let's just go ahead and fight. We can take advantage of the trees over here as cover. Sorry, I just don't want you in front. Okay. And I mean, we have no reinforcements anyway. That said, we're not really going to get to control the pace of this engagement. These guys also have free counter, because of course they do. So let's see. Yeah, you're going to get right up on me. These ones also have free counter, so you gotta be a little leery of that. Okay, that could certainly have gone a lot worse. What do I get out of that? 15 wine, that's right. Well, you know, it's not nothing. Our supply of wine is plentiful, but it's not infinite. Night Hammer. A two-handed adamantian bow with Flying Slayer 4 and actually very impressive stats. Okay, that's cool. Costs a bunch of adamantian to equip it, or else we'd be doing it. Alright, over here in Lais, definitely get to work on this dust refinery, and man oh man, the faster we can get these dust refineries up, the better it is for everybody. Unfortunately, they require an amount of glass steel that is not trivial. And we only barely have our mining facilities up. Alright, so I am just going to fall back into the water, I think. Let's do it at least as close to our land as possible. So the good news is that blue is settling into me. We already have all the adjacent territory, so we're not going to have to worry about settling next to them and then getting that negative diplomacy modifier. It's not much of a silver lining, but it is something. So when we find the appropriate village of Saratan, it will be very, very easy to destroy it, because Saratan are not good fighters, and I just can't tell you how pleased I am about that. So we gotta push out to settle, right? We're gonna have smelting stations, and we're gonna have nothing to smelt. Let's go to Avarilia first. Where do I want to just put down on top of the deposit? I probably do, right? Yeah, there's not really a lot going on in the rest of these tiles. So yeah, build me a settler. And then pretty soon we're going to have access to museums, and that's going to make it so much easier to have real empire plans, which will be lovely. For the moment, we're basically just on track to get what we got before. I'm getting a little worn down by all of this random wilderness combat. All right, somebody else has mastered the markets, and good for them, you know? There it is. Alright, yeah, this should be very easy. Saratan, not good fighters, and also on top of that, the AI just does not play them very well. You attack there, you attack there. It is unfortunate that... Yeah, it's unfortunate that initiative order has worked out the way that it has. So I guess, yeah, you're actually bearing the brunt of this this counterattack. Also, I can't seem to get you to take that order. There we go. I'm probably too concerned. These things just do not hit very hard in the first place, as you can see. That said, I may actually just have our units back up a little bit to avoid getting sweep strike backed here. Alright, do we have to go back, return to the village's tribe, or the tribe's village, and restore their trust? Also, big pile of glass steel that they gave us there is not worthless. Gonna be able to actually build our dust refineries with that. So 3 turns off of movement on the faction quest. This region has blood crystal and glass steel and not much else going for it. Let's transfer you back over to this landmass. Oh, yeah, I did walk right into that, didn't I? Shoot. Alright, let's have you get back in the water at the earliest opportunity. It is a little bit of a bummer that with a lot of these early game minor faction quests, you have to do a thing and then come back to the initial village. I do not always feel like this is respectful of my time. I got places to be and ruins to explore and stuff. Okay, religious fervor has begun, and all of a sudden it's looking like it will be trivial for us to acquire a higher thing. Oh, yeah, definitely be running spices. Sorry, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. So we're talking about 320 if we just want that. 480 maybe? Can we do 480? Yes. Yes, we probably can. It's a really good time for religious fervor. Let's grab the expansion disapproval thing because once again we are a little bit behind on our industry. Oh, pillars. Sorry, let's get pillars first. Yeah, we'll make sure that we are ready for these. We're not ready to build anything else new either. We got kind of sidetracked. Alright. Oh, man. Well, we're gonna have to reconfigure our citizens a little bit here. Little tiny bit. Saw a bigger clutch of pearls spawn there. Alright. It's an army of Saratan for some reason. Definitely keep drinking. Oh, the ice shelf. Okay, so this is our new winter effect, I guess. Alright, this thing has ended. Yes, +1 extent of ice shelf on Empire. So whenever a winter occurs that gives +1 ice shelf, it just makes one tile off of every landmass freeze over and become land. Okay, that time we got close enough that we can include the city, so we'll try to do that. I guess let's go ahead and resolve it now. So these lice are pretty high damage. Their health is very poor. I'm hoping that our hero will be able to just blow them up. Because that is actually my only hope. We are in a lot of trouble. Okay. Do not be afraid to flee openly if it makes you survive. Damn it. Sweep strike back for well over double normal damage. Shoot. Okay, so we just lose. Alright, well, like I said, we're going to have to reassign some of our citizens here. So, can we pull you off of this without adding a turn to Virtus Temple? I would like to get Virtus Temple done. Okay. That needs to get finished. Okay, because now we have to buy back a hero. Those lice are not kidding around. That's a serious unit. So I did forget about our spells again, because I always do. But also, I don't think we actually had enough dust to do any casting there, so it's probably not a big deal. Alright, I don't know what your deal is, but cut it out. Alright, Virtus Temple is finished. A black spot has been put on red, so we know some things. Exploit 6 anomalies within your empire. Okay. So, somehow I believe we've gotten there. Do we want to just push up? Yeah, we can come back for the rest of Impassioned Preacher. Let us push upward and grab these large percentage bonuses. Lice has finished its thing here. I'm going to build a market, because as soon as that settler puts down that new city, we're going to need it. Alright, we basically just want to rush them, because Driders are not that dangerous. Sometimes units are like very... I think they are taking the order when this happens, but they make themselves look as though they are very, very reluctant to fight. Alright. Trying to make sure I'm ordering these such that we're not getting any additional sweep strike back. Alright, and then everybody runs away. If our hero had not been able to finish that shot off, it would have been very embarrassing. Yeah, I'm very curious what other tiles are out here. So does it show... Okay, it does not show us as missing any strategic resources, any strategics or luxuries in the region. There would be little question marks in that bar if we were. So I think that's okay. I think what we are probably going to do here is run this army up to turn in this quest and then just have them go fight the lice. Hopefully the lice are not constantly regenerating. That is 12 pearls that spawned there. Hooray, we did it. 13. Produce a minimum of 30 influence for a period of 5 turns in one of your cities. So this city up here should basically be already doing it, right? Very close. Because that's a lot of fervor. At this point, should I veer off and get the percentage boosts? How much science is PSYOP actually producing? 196, so yeah. Let's go get Firestarter and we'll come back for the other plus 14. Oh. Interesting. So my dude is still at full health, it looks like. But his stats aren't that good off the top of the... Okay. Give me access to the marketplace. Maybe we can buy him in? I don't have any Titan bones. Yeah, I think it probably is an issue of I need to fight him or he gets away. But I really don't feel ready to fight him. Alright, it is important to build something in the capital. Oh, I don't know, probably this dust refinery. So I am going to go ahead and put down... Boy. Yeah, I think I'm going to put down the city now. I don't think I want to wait 7 turns for the Empire plan to go off, because we want to get our adamantium coming in as soon as possible. It's going to be a bit of a pain to get it no matter what. You know, in enough quantities, that is. Alright. It takes such a long time to move around. Wait, was that? No, okay, this is Fakir. Okay, so... Yeah, we're just not going to get this Urkin. It's gonna vacate the premises before we're ready. Alright, so we don't have anything to pop. I guess we're just gonna set down this new city. And remember, because we're building on top of the strategic resource, it'll build the... anytime you build a district of any kind over a strategic resource that you have the technology for, you just build the extractor instantly. So that's a valuable one. I move you over to food. It adds 2 turns to the mill foundry. Yeah, that's probably not acceptable. God, it has been such an ordeal getting these Yotus pacified. Yeah, unfortunately, there's just no way. There's no way we can actually take advantage of Fakir popping up down here. Seems like the mushroom player has, though. That's a shame. Okay, 10,000 notifications. Alright, 20 grass silk. We've met green. Okay, we see them over there. I am not happy to know a forgotten player. Not usually a good sign. Ah, yes. So, each different minor faction has a unique quest that they can give you when they have been assimilated for long enough. The Ursus leader looks you square in the eye, tells you that his people have lost something extremely valuable. Will you help us recover it? He asks, his followers' faces deep and serious. You offer to help. The leader replies, "For us, sheep are the noblest creatures. Intelligent, peaceful, soothing. I have lost my sheep, Igor. Search nearby ruins where he was last seen and reunite Igor with his master." What does the word nearby mean where you're from? Hold on, is it always the same place? Is this one where you can do it in multiple? No, it is not. Okay, so that's the other side of the world within Purple's territory. Seems like that cannot be how that is intended to go. And we're starting to get settled on here a little bit, so I may want to come down and claim this region real quickly as well. Ah, and that's a Morgar. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Where did we see you? Okay. You were sailing around the coast, it looks like. Well, I do believe that the only play is to run you up here. Fortunately, it shouldn't take all that long, because we do have roads everywhere. So yes, I'm on it. We'll find your sheep, probably. Maybe. I will at the very least consider helping you find your sheep. Alright, 3 turns off of Imperial coinage. I'm gonna go food. Let's just get a ton of food going. And then science tile would be 210. I should probably save a little bit because we're going to want a governor for the new city. It is nice to be able to actually have each city governed. This is not a thing that you are necessarily guaranteed to be able to do each game. And we continue to move quickly up the tech eras. We're probably still getting outpaced by some of the AI, but, you know, they, to put it gently, they get to cheat a little bit to overcome their inability to make decisions as clever and obviously gameplay dominant as our own. So do I want to start trying to build... We probably do, right? Just start building the diamonds out so that this city can fully exploit a pillar. Don't really have anything else to do here. So I'd like to build on that. Let's do this. I want to build an intensifier district on this thing, I think. 531 versus... maybe not. Maybe we'll just build a normal district over top of it. That would also be fine. Where am I being pillaged? Okay, apparently a tiny Yotus faction formed just before just after I left, maybe? So here's our lice. I want to keep an eye on them because they are troublemakers. So our empire plan is going to be a little bit more expensive than we intended. That ends up being 600 now, or 700 if we want the other thing. It feels a little silly to fire the grass silk at the moment. I don't think I'm going to bother. Hey, look at that. Every night he comes to me in my dreams, always the same. We know this one. Erect 4 pillars of extraction. Well, I feel like pillar of extraction could maybe be our next research then. Do I still want to? Yeah, the lice are back. Let's just be properly rid of them, because I can tell this is going to be a huge issue if we aren't. So, do we still have people assigned to influence? We do. That should not be the case. Alright, we need like another turn before we can hire a governor for Auriga. I don't much like the idea of the Mycera just showing up here and scouting in my territory and whatnot. But who knows? Maybe they're real cuddly and we'll be the best of friends. All right, influence on anomalies returns to normal, but it's fine. The value has already occurred. I mean, I probably just want to go up to Blazing Ingenuity rather than grabbing this. Okay. Failed to complete that quest because that ruin has gotten, or the fortress that gave it to us has been taken over by somebody, almost certainly. And then at this point, there's not that much left for us to do in this region, so I think it's time to start building burrows here as well. You probably don't have to do that anymore. God, the constant pillaging. Also, notice the lice now running away instead of running toward combat. They know that we've got them. I'm going to manual this just to keep my backline fighters as out of the fight as possible. So you only have 3 movement. Okay, this should be pretty safe. So you lot are hiding in the corner until needed. I would really love to not lose anybody here. Well, that didn't work out the way I wanted. They do love to lock up the reinforcement spaces. They're remarkably tactically intelligent. And still managed to find a way to kill one of my actual units. Very disappointing. And now, immediately, time to head back along the Great Road. We have somewhere else we need to be. Alright, I think that... Let's play through the Empire plan. Let's get our next Empire plan committed, and then we'll call it there for the day. So we don't see any more sources of Palladium. Palladium is still our primary stopping block. There's not another source of it on this continent, it would appear. Not a lot we can do about that, unfortunately. Yeah, if we need a lot of the stuff, we're just going to have to buy it from someone, I guess. So we do need to get this stuff settled. When? How long? How long can we wait? Also, what do the actual stats of these areas look like? So over here we've got some escaped specimens next to an extractor. Or an extractable. Where are the other anomalies? Okay, right here, which is the same anomaly, actually. And then... Huh. The weird eye must have been throwing me off. I must have thought that that was what that was. Well... Settling here quickly prevents this player from thinking they can encroach, and then once the Urkin leaves, we can backfill all this stuff. And I think that is basically what we ought to do. We just need to make sure that we actually get our whole landmass. Spices have run out, and we cannot rerun them yet. Reach the ruin marked on your map. Hey, that looks maybe doable. What do I have to do? Is it just reach? Okay, join the Euro tier ranks. So it doesn't seem like we have to do anything. The Urkin lice are no more. We have taken care of them as a unit. I guess the fastest way to do this is going to be to, like, run down here, right? Alright, we're 3 turns off of our Arcana of Materialism. And I'm going to make sure we have a lot of dust on hand for putting down the 4 pillars, because I remember underestimating it last time. Not a great time to be going out to the ocean. And the ruin we're searching is not even a temple ruin. Alright, I suppose... Huh. Yeah, I suppose like we can take a little detour here to make sure that we're picking up all the temple ruins we can get. And then, yeah, you still need a lot of the basics. I mean, the right of way is probably not more important than the Empire Mint. I'm just trying to make sure that we're getting things in the order we need them here. Alright, so... do we want to just run for this? Where are the other... oh, right, sorry, it hasn't lit up yet. Because the eclipse is about to begin, right? Alright, are any of my cities not... yeah, this is merely content. How content is it? 60? So if we fired the grass silk... I'm just gonna do it. Put that city up to happy at least. Yeah. Speaking of cities being happy. I feel pretty good about having managed to get that while still focusing on everything else. Although I guess what I'm really saying is I feel really good about the time that the game decided to throw the religious fervor event at us. So this is probably burrow time. Don't need the central market just yet. Not actually sure which direction I want to build in or like what I want to save for building a Pearl District on later. You know, an amplifier. Because like this would be a pretty good tile for the amplifier in the end when we're really just pushing science as hard as we can. I guess I'll just try to build this in a spot where it won't cover anything up. Alright, let's start one more turn here. Get the effect of our brilliant new empire plan. And then we can pick up from here next time. But yeah, our empire plan seems pretty solid. I think on the whole, our entire plan is feeling pretty solid at this point. That was supposed to call up the end screen. It's not happening. Okay, I will do it manually. There we go. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Stuff is still happening. Don't worry, you'll see it all when you come back next time on Monday. Apparently, a lot of people have a lot of things to say to us, and we're just going to resolve it all then. And we'll see you then.